Hello, good morning to all. Today we are going to learn one of the most important lessons in class 10 in chapter 15. At the end of the lesson, that is chapter 15, we have one important information called biodegradable and non-degradable waste materials. We have to know what these things are and how these biodegradable or non-degradable waste materials will affect our life day to day, especially in the metropolitan cities, how these waste materials will become an important thing to be considered more than other things. So let's try to know what are these biodegradable and non-degradable waste and what is the most important lesson we have to learn to dispose these materials. We have to understand one important word that normally we use in our daily life, what we call garbage. What is the meaning of the word garbage? In simple terms, garbage can be explained as any waste material produced in our house or in hotel or in a marketplace or in any other place where life has to go. Life means it may be human beings, it may be animals, it may be plants. To anything, when life is to survive, there must be food, there must be water, there must be air, there must be something else. When all these things are used, some materials will not be useful, it will be thrown out, and that will become waste, and it is called garbage. And also it is known as, by other name, rubbish. We can call it rubbish or garbage, and we should know what are the types of garbage that is normally produced every day in our society. Food wastage, medical wastage, machine wastage, electrical wastage, and many more things you can do. You can list. All will be collected by municipal corporations or city corporations in black bags or in white bags or in different types of bags. All this will form garbage. I think you must have heard of in the news that in Delhi there are garbage mountains. I think if you happen to see garbage mountains, you should understand how that kind of mountain is produced. I think we will have to understand more and more about how garbage is to be disposed of. Just to understand little more about the word garbage, I have given two important images here. To your left we have fruits like banana, apple and meat and so many other eatables. All these materials, sometimes we use them and sometimes we throw them. Some part is used and some part is thrown out. And all these materials are biodegradable. That is, when once you leave this material outside as a garbage for some time, they automatically rot, microbes work on that, and it will not be present after some time. For example, if you leave a piece of bread outside in your garden or in your any dry place, after some time, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 days, that will be eaten away by the microbes. Now look at the second one, the plastic bottles and other glass materials, metals, and these are non-degradable or non-biodegradable, whatever the way you can call it, and if you leave them in the garden, they will be there all the time. Therefore, they are called non-degradable. Let us find out what is the difference between biodegradable and non-degradable. What makes biodegradable things to go in the next PPT. Substances that are broken down into components by enzymes are biodegradable. That means in our body enzymes are there. They are all useful to break the food material into components. Similarly, when the garbage or the biological materials like waste of animals, waste of plants, waste of food, and these materials are thrown out, on them some of the microbes will work, and microbes will produce enzymes. Those enzymes are responsible to break those material and convert them into a perishable material. Ultimately, they will become soil-like structure, and that is biodegradation. That means microbes have enzymes, and these microbes can convert the biological materials back into original compounds, and they become a part of the soil, and that is biodegradable materials. Now, substances which cannot be broken down to components by enzymes are called non-biodegradable substances. For example, plastics, glass materials, metals, and other hard materials like rubber, etc. When you leave them on the anywhere, even if you throw them out, for years together they may be there. Microbes cannot work on that. Microbes like bacteria or fungi cannot produce enzymes to digest plastic, glass, or other materials, and such materials are dangerous. They will be present in the environment for a longer time. That's why today we are trying to ban the plastics which are becoming most hazardous material because they are non-biodegradable materials. You will learn more and more about these things in the next higher classes. See, our lifestyle today generates waste materials every second. You can imagine a place like Bengaluru, Delhi, Calcutta, Bombay, and these bigger cities where millions of people live. Every minute there will be waste material, and these waste materials may be biodegradable or non-degradable. They will become tons and tons, and it becomes very difficult to collect them, store them, or dispose them, or destroy them. So it is so difficult, and they become sometimes mountain-like structure. I have told you already, near Delhi, there are mountains of garbage. They are trying to see how they can dispose it off. So we should know that garbage disposal is a very big problem in our country. We should all try to help and find out innovations how we can dispose our daily materials which is produced in our homes. Well, so far whatever I explained in a very simple way is there in your class 10th book. Therefore, to pass the examination, you may get some questions. Especially, you should try to know and explain why some materials are biodegradable and some are non-biodegradable. You must explain the work of microbes and the enzyme they produce, and that is the point to be explained to say whether it is biodegradable or non-degradable. Then what problems are caused by non-biodegradable materials? You must try to explain that. How plastics affect the life of humans and animals. Supposing if you don't ban plastic, if you continues to use plastic, what kind of harm plastic is going to make for our life, you should try to understand and explain that. You must try to describe what is the meaning of garbage and how garbage is produced, how garbage can be disposed of. All these things, if you try to understand, that will help you to lead a good life, not only passing the examination, but also to have your life, good life. Try to understand how to dispose of garbage. I owe my gratefulness to Creative Commons, from where I have taken some images, Karnataka textbook, Google, some information I have taken from Google and also from Karnataka text. I am grateful to YouTube for publishing this. I thank you for watching this video that might help you to pass your examination. Thank you.